kiddos, it's Amber and Megan again, your Iowa State buddies. Today we are going to be teaching a math lesson using the iPad. One problem is going to be about a soccer ball that you really want to buy. The other problem is about Libby and Annie playing soccer at recess. They want to know which one of them ran the most. Before we get started though, I just want to remind you that you can solve these problems in any way that you want. Good morning, 6th graders. Megan and I will be teaching you about fractions.
So we set up a couple problems for you to help you learn about fractions.
Alright, so let's just get started. The problem says the best soccer ball in town costs $58. You only have 3/4 of the amount that the ball costs. How much money do you have? Alright, so once I'm done speaking, you can go ahead and pause the video. Work through the problem individually and then discuss your answer with someone sitting next to you. And remember, again, you can always solve these problems in many different ways. Right now would be an awesome time to pause the video and get started. Alright, so how I solved this was I first started by drawing a picture. So this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. So we got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. So we have 3/4. So this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So that's 3/4 of the amount. And all of this is $64. So we have to divide by 4 in order to find out how much all of these are. So 64 divided by 4. 4 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract that, you get 2. And you got to bring down the 4 here. So 4 goes into 24 6 times. So that's our answer. But that is only 1/4 of the amount. So if we put 16 up here, 16 up here, 16 up here, and 16 up here. So that's 4/4 right there. So all we have to do is add the 16 3 times. Or do 16 times 3. Either way works. So 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 more is 18, so there's an 8 there, and 1 up here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4, $48. So we have $48.
Okay, here's the next problem. Libby and Annie are playing soccer at recess. If Annie ran 3/4 of the field and Libby ran 5/8 of the field, who ran the furthest? Work through the problem individually, then discuss your answer with somebody sitting next to you. Remember, you can solve this problem in many different ways. Pause the video now and begin working. Now I'm going to show you how I solved the problem. Let's say that this box represents the field that Libby and Annie are running on. We know that Annie ran 3/4 of the field, so let's divide the field into 4 pieces. And we know that she ran 3 parts of 4 parts of the field. So the purple is going to represent Annie. We're going to shade in 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Now let's solve for Libby. The blue represents Libby. And she ran 5/8 of the field, so we need to divide the field into 8 parts. Okay, now we can shade in for Libby. 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can see that Annie has more shaded parts than Libby, which means she ran farther on the field than Libby did.
All right, so to wrap up our lesson, we're going to have you create a problem for your partner similar to the ones that we created for you, just so that you can maybe show your partner what you learned today. All right, we're going to take this time to talk about what we learned today. So go ahead and pause the video and discuss what you learned with your partner. Go ahead and pause it, and then we'll resume on the next slide. So today, we learned about using long division to solve problems with fractions. All right, that is all we have for you today. We hope that you learned a lot. Thanks for watching.